Welcome to the Bad Movie Night podcast, covering the worst movies you've never seen. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Bad Movie Night podcast. My name is Chris, and tonight we are continuing the Patreon timber and talking about the 1976 sci-fi thriller
God told me to.
God told me to.
Spoilers in that trailer.
dude. What a movie. What a time
Movie.
to be alive, because all these people are fucking dead, because this movie is 50 years old almost. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We'll get into it, you know. Patreon timber almost coming to a close. How are you guys feeling about it so far?
It's
Been
really
good.
fun.
Going
I've
well.
had fun.
Some really good picks.
Some decent picks. Secrets of the Clown was definitely good. Secrets of the Clown.
It was not as torturous as I thought it would be. It was no witchcraft.
Witchcraft 2 was good. Uh-oh. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, well, I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry.
Downstairs.
Well, I never go downstairs.
On my face.
I'm not allowed to.
What?
Please don't get the whip again.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
I'll do anything. Just don't. Please don't.
Did the cat pee on the bed again?
No, Miranda's blanket is AWOL, which means
Oh.
I don't know what it
no
is.
bed
Kind of like the
time.
host of this podcast.
Shut up. You guys can handle this shit. Anyways, Patreon timber coming to a close. We got one more week, one more spin of that wheel. But then, you know, like we said, going forward, once a month, we'll pull from there again. So for those patrons whose movies have already been picked, we'll request new ones, I guess. Or maybe we won't. We'll figure all that out in the back end.
We could keep them on the list.
You
and
like
just-
figuring stuff out in
once
the
a
back
month.
end, don't you, Chris?
Yeah, it's a good place to figure things out, Spiff. Lindsay, did you have a question? You raised your hand.
No?
She was curious about the back end.
Technically, is the back end. I don't know. Anyways,
I could glue a back end to your chest and call
I'm
you an
just
alien.
kind of killing time here because
That was not a back end.
AJ's not here to do the premise hole sections.
What?
Who wants
Yeah,
to do
who's
it?
going to do that?
Spiff,
Boy,
you really
If I
did a
wing it
great job.
again?
You did really good.
You did do a Where's good John?
Oh.
See if he'll come on just to do the
Switch.
premise hole that he hasn't seen.
Oh man, on the tarmac and a plane. What? It wasn't.
Something called a bip switch.
That was so good. He started so strong too. I remember it perfectly. It's like, hey
It was
guys, in a world, we're all
It was
like,
confidence.
"Whoa."
Here we go.
And then it just. poof.
On the tarmac, guys.
Spiff, you've had so much time now to think.
Yes. Are you ready?
I have. I can't see how to stretch this one out to a full premise hole, but okay.
Stretch that hole out.
If there's one thing you're good at, Spiff.
I'll stretch out the back end.
Oh God.
I have a question about that, but we can wait.
Okay, let's see here. In a 1976.
I'm so hairy.
Why do I look so old?
Random
Oldest
people.
20-year-old ever.
Random people start killing other people. Say
Catch
God told them
guns.
to.
God told me to.
Our detective gets assigned to the case.
I'm aside.
Truth. I want the truth. I can't handle the truth.
As he investigates, he finds all trails lead back to a glowing
Golden
hippie.
man. I like
We don't
gold.
allow guys like that here.
Will he uncover the secret? Or will he get stuck in the basement with Golden Lynch?
In God told
And God told me to.
Told me to. Rated R because people
Rated
are
R
hairy
because
and-
lots of blood packs exploded.
They're little little naked lady in there.
And boobs. Boobs.
Oh yeah, I guess. Technically,
running. She was
Alien rape
scared.
scene.
running boobs don't really count. Couldn't even tell. It was dark. Oh, is this Baywatch? Is this your Baywatch moment?
There was more than boobs in this movie, but we'll talk about that later.
Oh, well, technically that was an alien orifice, and we'll get into the alien orifices.
I'm not talking about that either.
You're talking about Richard
She's
Lynch's
talking about full-on
vagina?
bush.
It's called hermaphrodites, Lindsay.
That's not what she's talking about either.
There was
We'll get
bush?
into it later. Get into it
I
later.
guess the rabbit hole is all about bush or something.
It is.
I hope it's the band, though. Anyways, glycerine. Here we go.
Everything's zen.
1976. Year we've covered
Breathe out.
several times. Perhaps I'm just saying things. I don't think we've covered it at all. Nope.
The telephone. That was 70s, right?
Are you still talking about stuff?
Murder by
I don't
phone.
think we've covered it. I've looked at all of our lists and I haven't seen one that was 1976.
Oh, boy.
All right, then we're good to go.
At least as their main release date. It's possible they had other release dates that we covered,
Yeah.
but yeah.
All right. Aaron,
you
can we
ready?
take a moment, get up in that history, and get a little context for the movie and the year it was released? Here we go.
Yes.
For Aaron's history hole.
God told me to.
Oh my God, you look like Richard Lynch. Show me your stomach vagina.
Oh man, that was so cool. All right,
Can you put the gimp suit on again, Aaron?
Oh yeah, maybe. Oh yeah.
I don't like any of this anymore. Oh my God. Too much power. Aaron, with power comes responsibility, Aaron, okay?
Why would anybody give me responsibility? That's a bad idea.
You have all the power.
I have the power of the sun, of the flames, and of the.
Now, how do you feel?
I feel so yellow. I need to get my liver checked out. All right, so God Told Me To. This was released on October 22nd, 1976. Had we waited another month, we could have celebrated its 50th anniversary.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Hard to believe. No.
No, it was an alien, Chris.
Ah, that makes way more sense. We'll get into it, Spiff. That was a
Was
bit of
it?
a spoiler, Spiff. You're ruining the podcast, Spiff.
All right, so the alternate title for this was Demon.
I don't like either of these. Well, God Told Me To makes sense. What the hell just
I
happened?
forgot
Is
to
that
shrink it.
fucking, what's his face? The old man that plays in Taken? What's that guy's name? Ice
Taken.
Road Trucker Man?
Liam
Leonard
Neeson?
Japanese? Leonard, yeah.
I don't think Liam Neeson was very old in 1976.
Enhance on that man down in the bottom left corner, though. It looked like Liam Neeson. Look
A
at
little
him.
bit.
Oh, it
I'll
does
bet.
kind of.
You took my God.
Oh man, World Trade Center.
Uh-huh.
Is it in New York?
Yeah.
Oh.
Demon.
I kind of like that cover much better, actually. The cover that comes with the movie is very cheesy.
It's a little weird. Yeah, I agree. It's
Why do you keep shrinking it? What are you doing?
trying to fit the whole thing
God,
in.
this is the worst history hole I've ever seen.
Well, I put this together 10 minutes ago.
Frankly
so give you a
embarrassed.
little bit of haste there. God Told Me To. Yes. All right. So, some movies released October 1976. We have The Smurfs and The Magic Flute.
Speaking of back ends.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking
Toot
of
away,
Gilgamesh or
Viv, toot
Gargamoil
away.
or whatever that guy's name was.
Gargamel.
What's his name?
Gargamel.
Gargamel.
Gargamel. Whatever.
That's like the Jewish version. He's like, Gargamel. We have Marathon Man, which is
Okay.
Chris's nickname in high school.
Is that a fat joke or something?
No.
Okay. Okay.
We have The Killer Inside Me. And finally, we have Car Wash and Burnt Offerings, which sounds pretty cool. We're going to add that to our list to check out. At
That's
some
a
point.
cool ice star.
Is that one movie?
Album.
Car Wash and Burnt Offering?
It was an accident, okay?
Is Car Wash one of those like teenage sex comedy things?
Car Wash.
Or is that just like the bikini
It's like a
Car Wash?
musical, isn't it?
Ah, okay. Not interested.
Why? People on roller skates or something? I don't know. That probably doesn't go too well.
Why would you roller skate in
and
Car
Wash.
Because it was the 70s.
Soapy wheels.
Okay, but the soap would, yeah, lubrication. This is
So
just
many
an accident
concussions.
waiting to happen.
Yes. So, since we haven't done 1976 before, some just kind of basic things to kind of set the tone for when this movie was released. So cost of living, 1976.
Free.
Yes. Average cost of a new
$2,000.
house was $43,000, which adjusted for inflation is $165,000. But in 2021, the average new house is $400,000, or nearly two and a half times as much.
Wow.
Good God.
Although when my
That's because
parents
some areas, the places are easy $1 million or $2 million just to buy a basic house.
when my parents got their first mortgage in the 70s, that it was like 18% interest. So
Yes.
Jesus.
So interest rates for the Federal Reserve were at 6.25%, which is plus and
That'd be
minus.
so
I mean, paying
nice.
interest sucks, but being able to get interest on your
savings
assets
account, yeah.
is pretty nice. Without having to play Russian roulette, that is the stock market.
Yeah.
Okay. Average income per year was $16,000, which is $61,000 adjusted for inflation. But the average now for a household is about $80K. So all in all, we're up a bit.
Well, you needed to buy those houses.
Yeah, and if that makes you feel good, talk about average monthly rent, which was $220.
Whoa.
Adjusted for inflation, we're talking $836, which buys you
cheap.
a bedroom in somebody else's house.
Yeah.
And they stare at you while you sleep.
With no access to a kitchen or
Right.
a bathroom.
Yeah, no bathroom for you. And finally, so a Plymouth Arrow, which is a car, was about $3,100, which is the equivalent of $12,000 when adjusting for inflation.
That was a little hatchback, though, right?
Yeah, it wasn't anything fancy, but you can't find a new car for $12,000. Cars have not
Because the government.
gone up that much, right?
Yeah.
You can't find a
really-
new car right now, period.
Well, yeah, that's true too. Jeez, yeah. But to really set things in perspective in the modern era, TVs are dirt cheap, right? But
I
back
need a TV.
then, a 25-inch Zenith color TV was $600,
Whew.
which is the equivalent of $2,200 nowadays.
How much is a normal like TV, and what is a normal size TV?
Nowadays,
Yeah, like what do you guys
You can
consider
get
like
a
a
50
normal?
inch for $100.
I think
now.
average is
Yeah.
probably closer to 60-inch.
I have a 50. It's too small.
It's not. It's how you use it, Spiv. Do you watch Netflix on it? I have a 55-inch right now, and I think I just want to get another 55-inch, maybe a 60, but I don't really know if 5 inches really adds that much.
Well,
You know what I'm saying, guys?
I don't know if I can answer that question. Sorry.
It's not a dirty question. We're talking about TVs, you pervs. I want to see how much porn I can fit on there. Anyways,
All right, so moving along, some other things just to set the perspective of when this was shot. Apple Computer
the
Company
dicks
is
right
formed.
now get cut off on. Sorry.
It's pillar box.
Oh my! You need that ultra wide, Chris.
He's looking for his dick.
No, my alarm on my phone's going off. I'll be right back, guys. You just.
For fuck's sake! All right, moving along.
We're going to
So-
come along with you.
Right?
I found it.
That was pretty big amount of panning for that camera.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Listen.
is that like a 4K?
Look, when you got, I don't know what I'm getting at here. Just keep going.
Okay, fine. So, yes, Apple Computer Company is formed by Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. The first commercial Concorde flight takes off in January of 1976. NASA unveils the first space shuttle, the Enterprise. Make it so, number one. The first Legionnaire's disease affects 4,000 people in Pennsylvania. It's from a chapter of the American Legion.
Comes to the
Now,
American
in
shores.
what is it? Isn't a legionnaire like somebody in the army or something?
I think
It's
that's
the
where the
French,
name
yeah.
comes from.
That's where,
like
that's where the
they
name
would
comes from,
go.
but it's
I'm
a-
in the.
it's
It's a Van
water?
Damme movie, right?
How does that trans?
yeah.
It's
So it's a disease that makes you a member of the
Severe form
French
of
Foreign Legion.
pneumonia.
oh.
Oh, that's not nearly as cool. I thought
It
all of a
gives you
sudden.
kickboxing skills.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna be like French all of a sudden.
It doesn't
Why are
spread
you
person to
speaking
person, though.
It doesn't, even if you like
No.
cough it right in their face.
No, it
Lame. What kind of disease is
spreads
that?
through myths such as air conditioning.
Oh.
What?
Ooh,
I
flushing
got
the
4
toilets.
air conditioners. This is why I'm
Well, if
eating
that
so
wasn't
many
scary
baguettes recently. I don't know.
God damn.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. You would sit there and enjoy your baguette on your giant TV.
It's not that,
that why you-
big. Is that big? 55 inch? Anyways, okay.
Very good.
I'm not even interrupting. You're like constantly stopping to wait for me to say
It's
something.
really hard to keep going when you keep talking about your giant TV, Chris. All right, moving along.
Brought it up.
I was just messing with you. This is also the first time Ebola was recorded in history in Sudan. There was an epidemic. Yep, and it was the year of Son of Sam.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
And to really make you feel old, it's the year the $2 bill was issued.
Wow. Poor
Yes.
$2 bill.
First $2 bill. Yep.
Wow.
When did they
and-
stop it?
I don't
They
know.
didn't. You can
They
still,
still
get
make them, do they?
Yeah.
Kate, I don't think they make.
Well, they're
very
still
many.
in
There's not many
circulation, though. Yeah, I
I
don't
don't think they print them. And finally, kind of referencing Lindsay's background there, Matsushita introduces the VHS home video cassette recorder to compete with Sony's Betamax system.
Nice.
You know what I say to that?
Be kind, rewind.
VHS,
I say,
I'm beta.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, from what was that movie?
wow. I don't know. Every movie
Death
he's in.
Spa.
Death Spa.
I still don't know what that was supposed to mean. Moving along quickly, our highest grossing films that year are Rocky, A Star is Born, King Kong, Silver Streak, All the President's Men, The Omen, The Bad News Bears, The Enforcer, The Search of Noah's Ark, and Midway.
Cool.
You want to talk about your TV some more, Chris?
No, I need to get a TV, and I need to know what TV to get. Because
Oh, for Christ's sakes. Our
I told you
writer
to get
and
the
director.
OLED.
I don't want to spend $4 million. I don't have that kind of couch money like you have, Spiv.
Well,
Painting
if you
all
painted your
and
walls
shit.
white, you have the
I
extra.
got all this. I spent all my money on this nice green
It's the
paint on the
pigment,
wall.
man.
Pigment is not cheap, guys. Are you done, Aaron?
Fuck no. I'm trying to talk. You're
Oh,
talking
okay.
about your TV again. I don't want to talk about my TV, but my TV. All right. Our writer and director was Larry Cohen. He died in 2019. He was born in 1936, and he's directed some cool stuff. He has 21 director's credits for things like It's Alive series. So It's Alive Again, It's Alive 3, etc. A Return to Salem's Lot, The Stuff, which we've previously covered and
Billy's
loved.
pronounced the stuff.
The Stuff.
Yeah, that came up
So
on my
stuffed.
came up on my Facebook today. It was 4 years ago.
Yes.
The
On
stuff.
Connery approved.
That's when we did that podcast?
4 years ago.
Wow.
God.
That was a fun. We should watch that again. Deadly Illusion
Wow.
and The Ambulance, which is on our list to check out too sometime. He also had 87 writer's credits for a shit ton of 60s TV shows. Maniac Cop series, The Stuff. He did. I didn't know this, but he wrote Cellular, which is that
That
stupid cell
horrible
phone
John
movie.
Cusack movie? No. What am I thinking of?
Cusack. I don't think so.
I don't know.
But
The Cell.
worse,
That was The Cell, but that's
The
Stephen
Cell.
King.
Yeah, no. Phone Booth. That fucking
Colin
movie
Farrell.
about a phone booth. with
I'm in a
Colin
phone
Farrell.
booth.
I'm
What-
Colin
what's a
Farrell,
phone
and I'm
booth?
annoying in a phone booth. Yes, but he also wrote Body Snatchers from 1993, the remake, which is a pretty cool film. Our cinematographer was Paul Glickman, who did The Stuff, The Devil's Express, but also some weird things like Scarecrow in a Garden of Cucumbers.
Eh?
Yeah. And if
That's not
that's not
real.
weird
This is some
enough,
pickle
how
movie,
about
Aaron.
Sex Family Robinson?
What?
Oh my.
Scarecrow in a garden of
Of
cucumbers?
cucumbers, yes. Our music was by Frank
It's the prequel to
Cordell.
Vinegar Heart, Chris.
It is related to Vinegar Heart.
Terrifying. This is a real thing, and it is weird as fuck, guys.
Aaron, where's the
Do it.
movie covers? Don't we have those?
I don't have
Yeah,
time.
what-
I did not have time. I just got home a little bit ago, shoved food in my face, and started writing some stuff down.
What?
That is awesome.
What?
Look at this,
Those are
cucumbers.
cucumbers.
Those are not
Those are,
cucumbers.
Oh,
Those
those
are
are cucumbers.
That's
Bologna.
bologna.
No, those are
No?
cucumbers.
Are they just stamped or something?
Those are really huge cucumbers.
Oh my.
Or she's very small.
All right.
Unlike Chris's
just
TV.
Wrap this fucking
All
thing
right,
up.
and our music by Frank Cordell. This was his final music credit or final credit period. He started making music in 1950 and passed in 1982, I believe. That's all I have. God told me to. Why
Good job, Aaron. We are so proud of you, Aaron. You know, sometimes you just make us so happy and proud, Aaron. We really appreciate everything. Okay? Now it's time to move on, though, and do Lindsay's rabbit hole. And yes, Paul, you are right, by the way. Here we go.
It's time for the rabbit hole. Grab your rope and your galoshes and prepare to dive deep into your host's wealth of knowledge with more connections than a LinkedIn recruiter or a Wikipedia editor on a 5-day net bender. Here's your host, Lindsay Washburn.
All right, is it up? Because I can't see you guys when I put it
Yes,
full screen.
it's up.
Okay. So this is our movie, God Told Me To. Does anyone else think that looks like a nose coming over the building?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
It
God's
looks-
nose.
Yeah, it's really weird looking. Anyways, this is our movie. And I went to start looking for some connections by typing the name of the movie into Google
no.
search.
Oh, geez.
And
no.
these came up. And the first one was God Told Me to Skin You Alive. And I'm like, what the fuck is this referencing?
The song? Chris, it sounds like a
Yes.
metal song.
It is from the song I Kill Children. What's that metal? It's their punk
Dead
band,
Kennedys, yeah.
Dead Kennedys.
Yeah.
Kennedys.
From the album Fresh Fruit for Rotting Vegetables.
Makes no sense.
You just don't
And-
understand it, Aaron.
Yeah, and the line, God Told Me to Skin You Alive, the lead singer was named Jello Biafra. I don't know.
That's a sweet name.
Jello?
Jello Biafra.
Jello.
It's because it's yogurt Biafra.
He said he found.
I'm parfait. Sorry.
You're fine. He said he found this lyric in a chick tract. And
What?
these
What?
are chick tracts. Now, what these things are is this guy called Jack Chick. It's a tongue twister. Would make these little comic book things that have like overt religious overtones, like talking about how you're going to go to hell and how you need to repent and
Fun.
Little
and
Jesus
except
comic books.
yes, just but very, very, very
Bazooka Jesus.
creepy. Yeah, and they don't like homosexuals or Dungeons and Dragons. There's whole
you're
chick
fucked,
tracks.
Spiv. You're
There's
fucked.
whole chick tracks against Dungeons and Dragons and how it's the work of the devil.
Oh, look what it did to Tom Hanks.
Look what it did to your walls.
And I found there's a website on these and you can look at a ton of them and they still sell them and still make them even though this guy died like in 2016 I want to say. And I found one that was very interesting and it's called Happy Halloween. This is the cover of it and I'll take you through about half of it cuz
Oh, boy.
this is the first panel. It's these kids going to a haunted house on Halloween and the kids don't want to do it, but the one kid is like, "Come on, chicken."
Are we gonna act it
Harry
out?
Potter?
Yes,
Is that
I'm
a
going to read.
45-year-old man in the middle?
Okay, let's all be the characters we look like.
Wait, so the guy on the left
I'll be
is
the-
Jim,
I'm
Jim
Chris is on the right
what's his
there,
I'm the
name?
good-looking
Kim
guy on the
Jong-un.
right. I'm the good-looking one on the right. Spiv, you're the nerd in the middle. Aaron.
That's Harry Potter. The guy on the left is the North Korean dictator.
All right, Aaron, you can be Kim Jong-un. Okay. Go ahead, Aaron. Read it.
There it is.
Let's do it.
My mom said not to.
Come on, chicken.
Yuck! Spider webs.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
I was never so scared.
Look. It's a witch.
Or my mother-in-law.
Doesn't scare me.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween!
This is the dumbest fucking
Just
comic.
wait.
Oh.
Just wait.
What's that?
Oh my god, what the hell?
Welcome to the abyss.
Wait, that's where the wild things are. In hell.
Well, we've got a headless guy. We've got a couple demons and goblins. This looks like a lizard dude.
Seems like a really
All because they
awesome
tried to trick or
haunted
treat?
house.
Right? Where is
Yeah.
this haunted house? And they're
Wait.
sitting in a pit of flames.
So we went to hell because we went to with trick or
Well,
treating
just
to a witch's
wait.
house.
Just wait. There's
Okay.
more.
Oh, it keeps going.
You will be spending eternity with us.
Gasp.
No way.
We're out of here.
Running out of hell. What was he controlling
Timmy,
the joystick?
look out!
What is this shit?
Just getting fun. They killed Chris.
He killed me.
We
We
lost,
lost him.
I can't believe Timmy's gone.
It could have been any of us. That's me.
I'm in hell.
Not anymore. You're dead.
Welcome to the abyss, Timmy. You'll be here for eternity because you died in your sin.
What did I do?
John 8:21.
Okay, that's
Wow.
the gist of it. But it goes on to
What is
like
this
the
supposed to
kids are
teach you?
crying and he's talking to his mom. He's like, yeah, Timmy denied Christ, so that's why he's in hell, because he wasn't scared and he wanted to go in and you know, was like peer pressuring the other
So if you're
kids.
not scared of witches, then you're denying Christ because Christ is a witch.
Well, the thing was he hadn't accepted Christ into his heart. That's why he went to hell. It's they're very fucked up.
The message is if you peer pressure your friends into doing something, you get hit by a car.
Yeah.
Yep.
Life lesson, Aaron. You'd be good to
you might
well
get
to
candy
learn that.
though.
But yeah, no, that's the coolest haunted house I've ever
That's-
seen.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
What a journey! I went to hell, guys. It happens.
Hell is for children.
Nice rabbit hole, Lindsay.
Thank you.
Good job.
Hey everyone, this is Chris, and just reminding you in the still of tonight to go to patreon.com/badmovienight and sign up. For $2 a month, you get access to the exclusive bonus podcast pre-show, as well as other bonuses. That's patreon.com/badmovienight. God told me to. Mike D's pick. Spiv, what did you think of God Told Me To?
I thought it was much like The Stuff, an interesting concept that just suffered from bad pacing.
70s movie. It's a bit slower.
Yeah, Act 2 was like 90% of the movie, and it was a little too much for me. So yeah, didn't like this one.
Not the biggest fan. Not a very religious person either.
No.
I'm sensing a pattern.
Hmm.
Not
Do you
really,
want
I
some
don't
candy?
know. I don't know. I'm in hell, so what the hell do I know? Rebecca, what'd you think?
For eternity.
Welcome to the abyss.
That's what my fucking when I got married. That's what. Anyways, Rebecca,
In your vows.
So at one point I wrote down, I feel like I'm missing scenes. So
Okay.
I felt like it jumped around a lot, and I wasn't really sure what was happening in between the jumps. Like, I wasn't sure when he got suspended, but all of
Yeah.
a sudden he was suspended, but he was still going on.
He was
He
suspended?
was still detecting. Yeah, someone said he was suspended at one point, I thought.
When he went to talk to the newspaper guy.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
because he spoiled
they
the
had the,
story.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hearing thing going on. There's a
Right.
little
Yeah.
With his girlfriend for some reason?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Material
Yeah,
witness.
so-
Very weird.
It was a little hard to follow. I thought it was an interesting concept. It just didn't fully evolve for me.
You just don't like hippies.
Long-haired freaky people need not,
do not
apply.
apply. Lindsay, what'd you think?
Well, I think this is a bad movie that you want to watch with a group of people, because there's so many little weird things to point out and laugh at, and things that minor characters say that are just fucking hilarious. But there were long swaths of time where I was just kind of bored, just because there was really nothing going on. And I agree, it seemed to like we were missing key elements of the story. But it was so fucked up at the end, I didn't care. So I'm kind of on the fence with this one, but I did have a good time watching it. So
Aaron.
I pretty much really enjoyed this. I think I like this cinematography, the camera style, the film look of 70s movies.
mhm.
And this movie looks really good. Some of the lighting is fantastic at certain spots. The music was really fun. I thought it fit really well with that sort of typical 70s horror-esque movie.
Mhm.
So I really enjoyed all those aspects. I struggle with the ending a bit. I don't know that it truly makes a lot of sense to me. And I'm with you, all of you really, in that sometimes it's a little hard to follow what's going on in the story at times, but I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah,
I think I'd have to watch it again. It'd be more clear.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
This is a pretty deep movie. A bit confusing at times. I don't really think it was a bad movie, honestly. Like there's odd stuff going on, and the concept is pretty out there. And there's some B plots that kind of make it confusing for me, and we'll get through some of all that. Maybe some of it, maybe all of it. We'll find out what happens. But for the most part, I thought it was all right. It's a little slower pace, but I just took that as like a 70s movie.
Yeah.
If this was remade nowadays, I think it could be really cool.
It's a strong concept. Very strong concept.
And yeah, I don't know. I thought it was interesting. And Richard Lynch having his alien vagina on his stomach.
Right?
I'm always here for that, I guess, in some ways.
It was weird to watch it because I rented it off Amazon and it's like all HD. It was weird to watch that, to see all how crisp it was, to see
Oh, it
New
looks
York
so
in the
good.
70s.
Yeah.
Film looks good, man. Film is timeless.
Film does, yes.
Yeah.
Really does.
And, you know, this was probably a really low budget movie back then, but just shooting it on film gives it so much more production value than like
It
a low
does.
budget digital movie nowadays.
I don't know if it was. I mean, some of those sets were pretty involved. And they burned down buildings and
Yeah, but there was like parades and shit, and I was like, are they just kind of using?
They were using the New York parade, the St. Patty's Day parade. Like, he didn't even have a permit to shoot at this thing. He just fucking did it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
And just, like,
sounds-
ran
oh my
through it?
God.
Yeah.
wow.
That's pretty intense.
I did see in the background lots of people on the sidewalk would be like, "Huh?
I'd be like, what's
Yeah,
that?
like,
doing
That
Yeah.
was hilarious.
Yeah.
Everybody else is running in for cover and diving, and he's just like, I'm shopping. Yeah, that's weird.
I mean, so the movie opens with
That poor bicyclist."
sperm.
Dude,
or
that
something.
intro is awesome.
Sperm in the
is.
is
I
it sperm
love
in the
that
darkness?
intro.
Like, what is that?
It looks like paint, like, I don't know.
Or cobwebs or something
Spiv,
weird.
you've been painting recently. Is that paint?
I wouldn't have called it paint. I'm more on your side, Chris.
Looks like sperm.
Through water,
That's-
maybe. Yeah.
Alien sperm.
Oh.
Exactly, and that's what this movie ends up
Foreshadowing.
kind of being about.
Oh, yeah, those poor women.
Yeah, they're just minding their own business. And
It's called Immaculate Conception, and it's how isn't that how
Happens all the
Deities are
time.
born.
Jesus was born?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Only deities that there are their own father and son or whatever. Yeah. Yep, that's right, Chris. Sorry.
Huh.
Okay.
55 inches, Chris.
Did anyone else have a lot of trouble hearing what
Jesus
they
are
were
taller.
saying?
Yes,
was
I had to
so
turn on the
quiet,
closed
yeah.
captions.
So did I.
I always close
It
caption
was
because I'm a
very
fucking boomer.
But I was
quiet.
I was watching the YouTube version.
Oh, and they
And-
made him up as it goes.
Yeah, sometimes I was like, wait,
I
what?
don't know what they're saying.
It was funny because during some of the like attack scenes, when people would be running, the AI saw that as applause. So there'd be like all these people dying on screen, and it would say applause.
Yeah, I mean that opening is pretty
Oh, man.
intense. It's just
is.
the shot kind of like these people are unaware. It seems like that they're
Yeah.
being filmed.
Yeah, this one. They just keep walking by.
Like those background people, I don't think know. Yeah.
No.
I'm wondering how this guy's such a good shot. He's a young guy who's not in the military.
Because God,
He's got a
guided
little
Dude, they
rifle.
told us a
Man.
fucking plot point in the movie, Aaron.
I know,
It's like
but
you
it's
didn't
amazing.
watch
They
the
said it was a
movie.
mail order rifle and the sights weren't calibrated.
And just wham!
And he was the oldest looking 20-year-old I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
It
They
was
all were.
70s,
Dude,
20 something.
That's the main character guy is 34,
Looks like he's
Okay.
60.
Yeah.
and he looks
Wouldn't
like
say
he's 50-ish.
60.
I'm
I'm trying to find
exaggerating.
out.
I would have said 40s, but yeah.
This is him. That's the 20-year-old. This is a 34-year-old man. Is this what we look like?
Yeah,
Look this
That's-
old?
That's what I
No.
look like.
He
I
really
don't
liked
think
that
he looks
tie.
Just like you.
A little gray in the
My God,
sideburns.
That's Spiv.
That's me.
Spiv, has God told you anything recently?
Um,
Did he tell you to paint those walls white? Is that why you did that?
Paint the walls red.
I like his wife or his girlfriend has like the Jeffrey Dahmer glasses. Like she's a fucking serial killer, like everybody had in the 70s.
And what is
Yeah.
that lamp?
That lamp I thought was cool.
That
it
was
was
cool.
cool, but I was
I
just like,
kinda
what
want
the
that.
fuck?
Very square.
That
There's-
apartment was like, how much money do you think that would go for?
Right on
today?
Central Park.
Yeah.
Back then,
Millions.
Yeah, nothing. But now I
Millions,
like the
millions.
fashionable apartment later. Like,
Oh,
why is
yeah.
this not a
Yeah.
thing?
That
Yeah.
couch. That's the couch you need, Chris.
This Smith, this is what you need to turn your office
Dude,
into.
that
Red
Things like this.
walls.
I'll get
Cool.
red walls and
Lighting.
a hot pink carpet. Yeah.
I have to at some point. I'm gonna build an office, and I get to design it however I want.
Done.
You like the red walls like that? Is that cool?
Red walls, purple carpet, and a pink sofa.
I'm kind of digging it, guys.
70s.
Pretty awesome.
So people in the 70s look way older.
Yes.
Is that because of nutrition or what's the difference? Like why
I think they're all smoking.
smoking?
Yeah, the style and just people
styles.
live longer now.
People live longer, so
The ways of grooming have come along.
what are you talking about? This guy's nailing fashion and
We use
hair.
conditioner and stuff in our hair now.
Conditioner ain't saving that, Lindsay. This man's problem is not the lack of
That's
conditioner.
like
Okay,
if you took Gene Wilder and you like soaked him and then shoved him in the microwave.
Gene Wilder has been in the pool for 4 hours straight. Body's bloated and. Oh man, I don't know what to talk about with this movie. Like we
Well,
get
Andy
to-
Kaufman.
He is in
Kaufman
fucking
is a
shows
killer.
up.
Yeah.
How is that? That's crazy. Did they actually hire him, or did he just
This
like?
is like
This
this
is
is one
first-
of his first movies. Or
Yeah.
something.
I appreciated how the flashback scenes were sepia toned.
Favor, so.
They were kind of
Oh,
cheeseful.
is that it? Yeah,
There we go.
I mean they sold it, but there was like 30s or something too back then because he was like an old guy flashing back, so it kind of worked with time periods. So I was okay with it.
Yeah,
it was a little
fine.
cheesy.
I wasn't sure where they were going with that at first. It took me a little while to figure it all out because it didn't really.
Oh,
at the time,
yeah.
I didn't know what it was. What was really the reference or what the point of it was. So
I think where this movie goes is actually really interesting. Where it
is.
ends
It
is
really
very
is.
confusing. But this movie is like a mix of like low budgetness and decent production.
It
and
was very
ideas.
well made, I thought. Yeah.
Well, there's moments though where it's like it just feels like we don't have the coverage or something, cutting around weird.
yeah, there's some weird cuts and stuff. There's some weird
There's
camera work, but
there's like this stabbing scene with this lady in this hallway, and I literally couldn't
Oh,
see
you
a
could
goddamn
not
thing.
see
Oh, sorry.
anything.
Yeah.
You
it
could
was
not
good
see
though.
anything.
It was intense.
I don't know if it was intense, Aaron. I didn't see a tent. Did you see a tent?
You
Because
see her swinging a knife.
think it
and
was in
then,
a hallway.
You know,
He
they're
falls
tumbling
down the
a
steps
stair.
with the camera. That
Yes.
was-
Yeah, that was cool.
is that what happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got glaucoma and I can't see shit, guys.
That's awesome.
Look at
Didn't
this.
hear
Yeah,
anything.
She attacks him, and then
Where am I looking at here?
right there. See, they're sliding down the steps.
No. Is this gaslighting? Is this
Denny's
what we're doing?
screaming at her, "Say my name!" Or no, wait, what does he say?
Say it.
Say it.
Say it. And she's like, God. And then dies.
So
I
there's
mean, yeah. Go ahead.
there's that stuff, but then there's also like cool camera work and stuff. I don't know. I liked it. I liked it most of the time. I think it mostly worked.
I think it's too good for the podcast, honestly.
I think it's too good for the podcast.
Yeah.
I just didn't like it.
Well, there's the whole secret society angle because there's
Yeah,
there's Richard Lynch's character who is the one who's supposedly God, and he's telling all these people telepathically to do these murders, but he's also gathered like these. Are they like powerful people or something?
That's
Yeah.
in this,
Yeah.
to come
It's
to New
these
York
people.
to be
Gene
yeah,
Wilder.
to be this like committee, and one of those guys keeps calling the
Cabal.
police and saying, "Hey, this is when the next mass murder is going to take place."
This
Yeah,
very much feels like End of Days to me. Like
Yeah,
the
although,
Schwarzenegger
like,
flick.
Although these people aren't necessarily nefarious, I don't think.
No,
They're just, and they even mentioned, he says like the Lord only communicates through fear or something.
yeah,
And so that's because the one guy says something along the lines like, why doesn't he like heal people or something? So I'm not sure. Like they're clearly believers in this. And then you have the B plot with the pimp guy murdering a
was
cop.
That was totally
with
wasted.
his high heels.
yeah.
And I don't know why that's in the movie.
And you have the other thing with his wife and girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's distracting.
Well, those work to bring forth his origin story.
Yeah, because he uses
Yeah.
powers then or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I
there could have been a
mean-
better way.
Yeah.
Because then they talk about the reason that him and his wife parted ways is because she had like 3 miscarriages or something, and at the end it's like you willed them to die or something. You're the reason that they died.
She didn't want alien babies. That's okay.
It's odd.
She didn't will them to die. He did.
He willed
Right,
them.
right.
He
Yeah.
used his powers
Right.
unknowingly, I guess.
But he seemingly is right, unknowingly, exactly. He doesn't know that he has these powers.
Oh, he learns.
He goes
He
to
has
visit
the
his
power.
mom at the old folks' home.
He goes to visit his mom, and
What do we know her from?
She
Murder, She
is
Wrote.
Beetlejuice.
She's in a bunch of stuff.
She's
Beetlejuice,
Beetlejuice
that's right.
lady with the she's the smoker with the slit throat.
Yes.
But my favorite character was the nurse at this nursing home because she did not give a fuck.
Terrible.
She was like, they're not going anywhere. And then she said a joke. She's like, there's only one cure for old age. It's like, why do you work at a nursing home? You're terrible.
I liked all the old people talking about how they've never had sex before.
Yeah.
That really worked for me on a couple levels. And then,
What?
just saying.
How
and
many
then, there's at least 3. Anyways, and then we get
Oh,
the
man.
most interesting scenes of all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that her? Or is that
No,
some alien?
that's
No.
Richard Lynch's
Right.
alien vagina. Is what that is.
Yeah.
That was kind of
Actually,
shocking.
I think it's
to
just an
see who,
alien.
like,
See,
It
so-
was very shocking to see.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Richard Lynch turns out to be an alien offspring who is and appears like his makers.
Yeah.
And so is Peter, our main character, but he is more of a human hybrid and an offshoot from the alien species.
Yeah. Richard Lynch says that he suppressed all of his DNA that was human, and the main character did the opposite.
Did not, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And so Richard Lynch wants Peter to fuck him and
Yes.
create a new alien species,
Yes.
As you do.
as one does.
which is just insane.
Now,
Is it?
No, I'm on board. Richard Lynch says that to me. He pulls up his shirt, shows me his alien vagina thing. I'm like, let's do this shit.
But
But
to get a stool or something.
55 inches, Smith. All right, let me just,
Stool?
What's up on your side of your chest? Richard Lynch
You
looks
could lay,
pretty tall.
You could lay
huh?
down.
dude, just stand up.
He wasn't lying down in the movie. He was just standing
It
there
was
with his
just like
shirt up.
here.
Come on.
He didn't. It's called
Stick it
foreplay,
in.
Smith. Called foreplay. He didn't-
I'm ready.
Richard Lynch is like, whoa,
Oh, is that how you do it?
it's not. Just take your time.
I loved how just like nonchalant the doctor was who did the delivery. He's like, yeah, he didn't have either parts, and I'm just like,
call him
Whatever.
boy.
Oh, boy.
She started calling him he, so
I was like, yeah, what could it hurt?
It was the 50s.
I want to know, did he glow yellow back then?
Yeah.
I want to know, was Wilford Brimley in the room?
There wasn't enough douching going on for Wilford Brimley to be there. So, okay, wait. So, I'm a little confused about this whole thing. Why does Richard Lynch start to make people kill people and say, God told me to? Because that's the way he gets his message out. But was he trying to get Peter to come to him? I mean,
He felt threatened by.
in
Peter,
him, I guess.
Yes. Well, I can't remember what part it was, but one guy starts explaining it to him. I think it's the guy he goes to see in that red room who starts to have a heart attack.
Yeah,
Where
he
he's
had a heart
talking
attack,
about
yeah.
if God came back, what would happen, and this is the way it has to be done, so people will believe that it's actually him or some bullshit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, he's going on about how like it would change the minds of the world and how atheists
Yeah.
would be kind of like prove it right because God is some awful
alien.
being and not
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
really
Well,
a
they
God.
did imply that God was an alien.
Right.
Didn't Star Trek say that? God is not an alien. That was what,
Well,
6?
was it Star Trek 5?
5? Undiscovered country?
Undiscovered
That's
country.
6.
Why does
No.
God
That's,
need a spaceship?
6
That's what
is
it's-
Undiscovered Country. 5 is
Is that one? Is the one with the God?
Is
what the fuck
it's-
is it called though?
Spock's uncle or whatever.
Home.
Hijack
Voyage Home or something like that.
Is that the one Kirk directed? Because it's terrible.
Yeah, and it's got
Final
Sarlacc or whatever.
Frontier. That's what it is.
What's it called?
Final Frontier.
It's got Spock's brother, Sarkoff. Katie Sackhoff. I don't remember.
Katie
what her name is.
Sackhoff. Cybok.
Cybok. What did I say? Sarlacc the first time?
You said Katie Sackhoff.
That's where I went. That's not where I
Starbuck.
started. Dude, Battlestar Galactica is a badass show.
I know,
Anyways,
Oh my god.
Why don't we?
I tried to tell AJ to watch The Expanse, and he's like, "It's stupid. I'm not gonna watch that." I'm like, "It's like one of the best fucking sci-fi shows." Anyways, I digress. Let's take a look at Richard Lynch's Alien China.
Do we really
Zoom
want
in
to
on
show
that.
that?
There we
Yeah,
go.
I don't know. It's an alien.
It's got gooey stuff.
Yeah.
Like, why do they keep showing that throughout the movie? Though? Like, is that
I'm
necessary?
surprised it's in the movie at all.
Yeah.
Really.
It's so weird because the movie's pretty tame. Like, violent
Yeah.
stuff happens, but you don't
But
really
it's all-
see anything.
yeah.
And then they're like, let's show you this creepy alien vagina the whole time.
In the middle of his body. Yeah. You're like, Jesus, that's a little close.
But, okay, so he's definitely an alien.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
Half alien.
in this movie, they imply that Jesus was definitely an alien then, too?
Half alien.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
So then the end,
It's killing
Where-
Jesus.
he comes out and they're like, why did you do it? Why did you do it? And he says this.
God told me to. God told me to.
Because he's the god.
Right.
He's having fun.
Yeah.
Here's my question. If nobody knew who this other Jesus guy was and he killed him, why is he going to be arrested then?
Because you can't murder people, Aaron. Even if you're a police
Oh.
officer.
He collapsed a building on top of an alien in a deep basement. How did anybody know that he did any of that? That's what I'm confused.
He was
Yeah.
literally there when the old man had a heart attack and blew a O-ring in his heart or whatever and died, and he never got in trouble for that.
Well, it's a heart
Right.
attack.
Yeah, but how do you prove that? He was like literally shaking him, and he was like, "You say something." Like you can cause somebody to have a heart attack, and then you're at fault
Good
too,
shake
right?
and bake.
Shake and bake operation.
Shaking
There
baby
was
syndrome.
some interesting stuff on the IMDb trivia on this thing. Evidently, he broke that guy's rib when he was like trying to do the
He was hitting him really
CPR,
hard.
yeah. Well, then this one I found very interesting. Composer Bernard Herrmann, Larry Cohen's first choice to score the film, died that night after seeing the film without music.
What?
Wow.
They dedicated the
told
film
him
to
to.
him
Yeah.
at the end.
I was like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
Super crazy.
This movie is so bad.
No, it's not.
No, it really isn't.
I really
But,
like this movie, actually. The more
It's
I
got
watch
some
this, and I'm
very
like, yeah, this
interesting
is...
things in
yeah.
it.
It has moments, and I got invested in the mystery and the unraveling of the mystery. I thought that was pretty interesting.
But
It's
and then
just-
we get 15-minute long scenes with his wife.
Yeah.
Just they could cut.
I
they
thought it
could've
was
cut
his
that out
sister at
entirely.
first. I was super confused.
His ex-wife and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Well, it's not ex-wife. They're not. They're not divorced.
No, they're still
They
together.
won't divorce.
He's
He's religious.
extremely religious. He goes to mass
He's,
every
yeah,
day
very
in
Catholic.
secret.
Just like
bizarre.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read.
Anything else?
I read Roger Ebert's review of this movie,
Oh
What
yeah.
did he say?
and he forgot that the wife was even in the movie until her second appearance. Like she came back and she's like, "Oh yeah, she's in this." He did not like it. He gave it 1 star.
One
One
star?
star.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Apparently, it was
70s
pretty panned by critics when it came out.
Yeah.
Well, like yeah,
It's a controversial type of story.
Yeah.
topic wise back then
Yeah.
and stuff. Maybe I don't know. It does seem, yeah. It seems like it may have pushed a few boundaries. Had the alien vagina thing. You got
Yeah.
like mass shootings and stuff. Like there's some explicit.
The way
stuff
it's
going
cut,
on there.
it is a little confusing.
Yeah. You got this old man tinkering. Yeah. Anything else, guys? Because I got nothing else with this thing. It's hard to talk about.
It
It's-
is hard-
Yeah, there's not a
yeah.
whole lot of
It's
stuff,
something you
yeah.
have to experience, I think. You just
Yeah.
have to sit down and watch it.
But I mean, they did some really interesting things with it, like all the different lighting at the end
Yeah, the lighting
and
was
different
really cool.
angles, and they had a lot of sweeping shots of the city and skyline, and I mean,
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was
pretty neat.
competently filmed. Yeah.
What did you think of the music?
I like
It
the
was good.
music a lot.
It was good. It was scored nicely. Oh, the one thing that did stick out to me is this.
5 more will die today along the route of the parade.
The St. Patrick's Day parade? There'll be 5,000 dead drunk, you mean?
Let me take this.
No, let me take this one.
No, the fucking typewriters.
Yeah.
What's going on there? Like you would need earplugs to
We're
fucking work in that
computers,
fucking
man.
Printing press too. That was really loud.
Jesus.
Yeah, the printing press was ridiculous.
No, it's funny during that whole thing with where he's like, "You gotta stop the parade. You gotta stop the parade. There's gonna be a shooting," and his like sergeant or whatever is like, "You're not gonna ruin this for the Irish."
Paul was nice enough to send us in a hypothetical question.
Oh.
He says, I wanted to throw an opinion poll hypothetical question your way for the God Told Me To podcast. If you were the biblical Noah tasked with building the ark and gathering 2 of every animal, and having been explicitly told by God that not following his instruction to the letter will result in death, do you still bring 2 of every aquatic animal onto the ark, in spite of that meaning spending months, years on board a ship with rotting fish? Yes or no?
I don't think fish have anything to worry about in a great
No.
flood.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
fish?
Yeah, I think anything aquatic is okay.
Did
Are
they
fish
put
animals or are they fish?
Those are fish.
Did they put fish on the ark?
I don't.
I
don't
don't
think
ever
so.
remember seeing any. Whenever I see pictures of it, it's just
Like
like
fucking
big
giraffes.
land animals.
We got to go down to the ark, wasn't it? In
Damn it,
Tennessee
Lindsay,
or
how
something?
And
old are you?
there's
Yeah.
2 male lions.
Yep.
Life finds a way, Lindsay.
Just that chest just opens
One
up.
of my
and next
students
thing
was
you know-
just at the ark. I'll ask him if there's any
Oh
aquatic.
God.
No, there you go.
Here's the thing that I don't understand about that. It's like we're still literally finding new species of animals and shit. And it's a squirrel, but it's got a different hair on its head, so now it's squirrel bactrosis or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? There's just a million of them. So does that mean you would spend all that time trying to find out all these animals? And then what are you going to put them in? By the time...
Chris,
The
What?
boat.
you gotta have faith.
Oh. Need to hang out with George Michaels more
It's
often.
not literal until it's literal when you want it to be.
Oh.
Mm.
When it suits your agenda. Oh, I'm sorry, I should stop right now.
That would be a big-ass boat, too.
Very big.
Is it like Titanic sized or is it bigger? than
Bigger.
that? Okay.
Dude, it's gotta fit so many animals.
Didn't they build
Well,
one
only 2 though.
in like Tennessee? Isn't there? Didn't they build like a replica?
Yeah, Steve Carell made one.
What is there really
It's
a new
true.
arc? Tennessee
Yeah.
Yeah.
arc.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
what it
it's like a
Where
theme
is it?
park, I think.
That's what it just said. One of my students was there last week.
Shit, look at this thing. Does this actually go in the water though? Because it's just
No.
you put it
I
on the
don't
water and
think
it
It's
water
like a
tanks.
Bible
sinks.
museum.
I want them to
I
put it on
wouldn't float. It would just sink.
Yeah. Pretty
It's pretty
impressive.
cool.
Yeah.
Apparently, they built it according to spec.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
so
'cause
you
it's
get
like
there.
40 cubits
many
or
cubits?
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh look, these 2 old people could
Waste
go in
of
there.
wood.
How did
Save
one
the old
dude build
people.
that? Or did he have a bunch of slaves?
What, back in the day?
He had his family do it.
The animals helped, Aaron. Don't you know anything about religion?
Elephants.
Elephants are cool. I saw an elephant slap a lady in a video on Facebook.
Awesome.
What are you watching?
They do that all the time. They just
They do that.
Slap
their
her.
trunk.
That's,
yeah.
that sneaked into your Russian ash slapping.
I look up
Elephant
slapping
slapping.
a lot, and they came up. No, I saw an elephant like in a hole, and like this crane thing like scooped up the dirt, so it got out of this dirt hole it was living in, and then it ran up and smashed into the crane thing, and people were like, "Oh, it's thanking it," and other people were like, "It's trying to kill the crane thing," and I was like, "I don't know what to believe anymore." Oh my God. Anyways, all right, I feel like
then.
we're about done here. Anything else with the God Told Me To?
No, I think that's about it. I mean,
Oh,
there's so much to cover in this movie, but it's
yeah.
hard to talk about.
You have to watch it. You
Yeah.
really do.
It's a very deep movie with its storyline and intricate, and not in a bad way, actually. I like the very end shot though, where he looks at the camera, like looking at you.
Oh yeah, that's creepy.
Such a cool shot.
Yeah.
And they could have just said it once and done that, but I like how they kind of like made him repeat it.
Mm-hmm.
It was creepy.
And then he goes into that. That was extra. It was pretty cool. God told me to.
Interesting movie for sure.
I liked him. I thought he was great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was originally supposed to be Robert Forrester, but this guy's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Dang.
Thanks,
Cool.
Mikey.
Any alternate titles?
No.
All right, I got 2. God told me people in the 70s look old, and hairier than thou instead of holier. Because people are hairy back then.
The girlfriend's arm was very hairy. Did you notice that when she grabs the telephone?
Let's
Very,
pull that up.
very
Hold on.
hairy arms.
Hold on,
Roll
let's
that
see.
beautiful beam.
And it
footage.
might.
Oh my God, she's a werewolf. That's just shining off the light.
I think it's the lighting, but her arms look very hairy.
Does that bother you to have a woman have hairy arms?
Well, because a lot of women now, especially in films, don't have hair anywhere on their body.
Yeah,
So it's just
fake.
different to see.
I love the hair. Give me all the hair on the arms.
Yeah, I don't care.
I love it. I love it. The older, the hairier. That's what I'm all about. I'm just kidding. For the love of
I'll
God,
be
I don't
over
need to
later,
hear about
Chris.
that, guys, for the next 7 months on Slack and all that bullshit, okay? Irene's furiously finding memes about old ladies, hairy old ladies right now. All right. Are we ready to move on and play a game?
We gotta do recommend. Do we?
Oh
do
shit! I never know how to
recommendations?
do
You
this.
always forget.
I know, I do. I'm sorry.
You're
Spiv,
still
would you?
new.
We're working the kinks out. We've only been
Yeah,
doing this
yeah.
for around 250 some episodes, so we'll get there eventually.
you know.
Spiv,
Only had 6 years.
Gotta hit the groove.
6 years is where you kind of just dip your toes in a little bit, start
Right,
getting.
right. We should probably
Did we
change the format.
We should probably just quit. Actually,
I think I would recommend it. I wasn't a fan myself. I think if it was recut, it would be a better movie. But yeah, that's worth watching for sure.
Rebecca.
I think definitely, like Lindsay said, if you have a group of people to watch this with, it's gonna be a lot more enjoyable. By yourself, it's okay.
Lindsay.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I'm interested to see what the unrated version is. I tried to watch that one, but it said it was unavailable.
just more
so
vagina.
More alien vagina.
Probably.
It's just all vagina.
He's just like. "Meh."
Yeah, he's like licking it, like doing it. You know you wanna. He just spits down there or some shit.
I think you should get a smaller TV, Chris. Oh, that's
shit.
disgusting.
That was a what? That was a yes. I'm
That
sorry.
was a yes.
Okay.
Yes, that was a yes.
Aaron, would you recommend it?
I would too. I really enjoyed this. I like this movie a lot. I thought it was really cool.
Oh, God.
It's a little hard to follow at times, but it was really entertaining.
Yep, I was a fan of God Told Me to. That's it. God told me to. I was gonna say God told me to do it, but that's not right. Yeah, good movie, good time, interesting movie. What? What do we? Oh my God!
Jamie's comment.
What is it?
Would you fuck my alien ribbed vagina? I fuck my alien ribbed.
That's in the unrated version.
All right, now it is time to move on and play a game.
Game time, baby.
Your theories are the worst kind of compliment, right? Your methods are sloppy and your conclusions are highly implicit. Shall we play?
How old
How
are they?
old are they?
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Oops.
So we talked about how people in the 70s look a lot older
Yes.
than they are, and that is a common thing, not just in the 70s, but in lots of previous years. So in this game, I have pictures of people, and you are going to decide as a group how old they are.
Shit.
Nice. Better not.
So
be
we'll
big
start
enough.
here.
Oh my God, they're so.
How
old.
old is the woman in this picture?
Oh boy.
All right, there's clearly an elderly man because his pants are pulled up higher than his belly button.
That's
she's
that time
32.
period. I bet
she's-
I bet she's
gonna
like
s-
16 or
No,
something.
guys,
like
he's got his
that.
hand on her belly like she's pregnant.
That's true.
I'm saying
She's-
26.
She's prime birthing age. She's like 22.
Do we all have to come to a consensus, or we each
No,
guess?
no.
Okay.
She is 23. And that is her husband.
Oh wow.
How old was
who
he?
is- I don't know, but
65.
my guess is-
He's
Just
24.
because you're
losing your hair.
All right, how old is the woman second from the left?
Oh boy, she looks like a grandmother.
Body.
65.
That's a grandmother. I'm gonna say 52.
25.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Remember how your
say-
grandparents like look super old by the time they're 55? They're all
Yes,
like, we're
that kid-
retired.
that kid's like what, 2?
Yeah.
Maybe?
I like
So
the
then that
guy.
means the woman's 20.
I like when
and-
this is what I'm gonna be when I get older. That guy on the left, where you have the gut and you tuck it in
You
under
put
the
Stick it
gut.
out.
You put the belt underneath it to
And you're
like,
like,
hitch it up.
the belt is just supporting the gut at that point. It's not holding the
And then you
pants
gotta-
up. It's just
It
supporting
works
the
really
gut.
well.
And then you got to stand like a pregnant lady and pop it out.
This is what I got.
Gray hair.
And you gotta slap it.
He's proud of that thing. I would like butter it every night and shit. I'd be like, yeah.
I'm saying
Lather it up.
60.
I'm saying 30.
65.
30.
30 if I've
I
never.
still think early 50s.
She is 55.
Oh.
Man, I'm gonna be 55.
People used to retire
soon.
at 55 and then die 5 years later.
Do you know why they
Or
picked the
5
retirement
weeks
age at 62?
Why?
These people would die by 65.
No, because people
No.
would die by 60.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
How old is Richie Valens in this picture?
18.
14.
Very young.
14.
Look at that lips on that guy.
Look at his hair.
Everything about this.
That does not look like Blue Diamond Phillips.
He is 17.
17.
Wow.
I kind of
Yeah.
see that. Yeah, it's the eyes.
How about Elizabeth Taylor in this picture?
20.
I'm going to need a
Yeah.
bigger TV.
Yeah, I need a bigger TV. 20.
No, I bet she's 19.
26.
She is
Oh
17.
my god.
Jesus, she looks older than that though.
Yeah,
Maybe it's all the
by
makeup
far.
or something.
Stop looking.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, she's like 80 now.
I think she's dead.
She's dead now.
Hey, it's Alton Brown.
Got good eats, guys.
I'm gonna
How
say
old is
he's
this guy?
30.
There's a barn in the background. If he built that barn, it would take a long time. I'm going like 30.
This is actually Noah.
That suit jacket's too big for him, so I'm going to think he's younger.
Oh, yeah, it's true. 33.
23.
He's got so much hair loss, though.
Hmm.
27.
He is
He's fucking 15, isn't he?
21? Oh, this poor
He's like,
man.
I graduated high school. Now I'm ready to retire. Just transition. Miss
all
out
those-
on the middle part of their life.
It's all those chemicals in the 30s and 40s that make your hair fall
Holy
out.
shit.
Lead
That's what
gasoline
asbestos does to you right there.
How about these guys?
I don't like
Dude from
anything.
Nickelback?
I do
wanna know
not
where
like
this party
anything
is.
about that is going on in these
They look
pictures right now.
simultaneously very old and very young.
Yeah, it's weird. The mustache.
I'm going
messes it all up.
32.
No, I'm going to
That
say
is some
22.
hair, though. I'm going to
Look at that
say
mustache.
25.
Well, that's a long time to grow all that hair.
When the
Yeah.
mustache, they have to be a little older, right?
24.
22.
They are both 17.
What? What?
They're fake
What?
mustaches.
What?
Ew, and you guys were hitting on him, you gross freaks.
That guy has old man chest. What the?
Stop looking at his underage chest, Lindsay. He's just a child, for Christ's sake. And that guy's only 15.
How old is this man?
45.
If he was old enough to birth that child, then he's like, I don't know, 37.
No, that's his
He's
grandson for sure.
50. 52.
53.
He is?
That's his mother.
Oh, That's me in 5 years. No way.
Did these guys like pick the wrong cup at the knight's sanctuary? What did
He
they
chose
do?
poorly.
He chose poorly.
Aaron, you're gonna look like what's his face? Hannibal
guy.
Lecter.
Yeah, you're right. It kind of does look like him. A
His
little
son
bit.
is 6 months old.
Yeah, seriously.
That is insane.
How about this baseball player, Ron Karkovice?
Ron Karkovice.
You gotta be young to play baseball.
Dude, look at his
No,
mustache.
baseball players
like-
are
They used to
old.
play old,
20.
He looks like a retired detective.
26.
His mustache is gray.
He looks
30
like the
34.
Richard Harrison guy from the Ninja movie.
Kind of does.
does.
Yeah.
It really does. You call that a bet?
It's one of the other things they did with the footage.
I just got that. 26.
34.
No, they didn't play the baseball that old, did they?
Oh,
back
they did
then?
back then, yeah.
Did they? I'm gonna
Jerry
say he's
Maguire.
Hopped up on
14.
cocaine and can keep going.
Yeah,
Right?
what's his face?
14.
Didn't
24.
Jerry Rocker or
24.
Ken Rocker
24.
or Jerry something play when he was like 34 and get the home run Hall of Fame or some shit? You know what I'm talking about? Ken
don't
Yeah,
Rockefeller?
Jerry Rocker?
Is that his name?
Rockefeller.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
No.
Mark McGuire?
Ted Rocker? John Rocker?
John
Rocker?
Rocker sounds familiar, but
I don't follow
He was
baseball.
a pitcher, I think, right?
John Rocker. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Someone
So this
Rocker.
guy's only
I gave it the
24.
college try. Okay.
Only
24.
24.
I
I
gave
feel
it the
so much
college
better
try.
about myself right now. Thank
If
you.
you were an audio listener, just picture people that look way older every time.
Yeah.
Pitcher.
Oh, it didn't work.
God.
Who is the oldest
All right,
person
hang
in
on
the
one
cast
second.
photo?
They're ghosts. Hold on.
Hang on.
Oh, she's got to repair it mid live
What?
stream.
It's on it's on this one.
Oh no. Oh, can't.
Yes.
Oh my god.
No.
All right. Let's try again.
All right, here we go.
I'm waiting for my chest hair to start growing in here. You said 17?
You
Really?
gotta rub the
Are you-
stuff on it.
Are you waiting for your chest hair or your alien vagina? What are you doing
Oh,
here?
I already got that a while ago.
Oh shit.
All right, there you go.
Oh god.
Who's the oldest
Oh, it's
person
Mary
in this
Tyler Moore.
cast photo?
Top right lady.
No.
That's Cloris Leachman.
Yeah.
I bet it's Rhoda. It's
I'm
Rhoda
gonna
in the upper left, right?
And then that's Ed
it's not
Asner,
the bald
right?
guy because he's just too obvious.
He just died.
I think it's the guy in the bottom right.
It's
Silver
Mary
Fox.
Tyler Moore. I don't know.
Oh, it could be. It's either her or Rhoda.
It is.
It is Cloris Leachman. Wow.
45.
Everyone else is younger than 45.
I know
Yep.
about old
Oh,
people.
yeah, Mary Tyler Moore was really
Even the
young.
guy in the suit.
Yep.
Just because
There
you're
was
gray
guy.
hair, Lindsay.
God.
Wait, how old was everybody else?
Younger than
than her.
45.
17.
Oh, I was gonna say Mary Tyler Moore there does not look 45.
No.
No. No, I think she was 30.
Okay, that makes more
Or
sense.
no,
Yeah, she was
Rhoda
born
was
in
30. I think she
36.
was 33.
Okay, that's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
And
That's
you're
it.
Mary Tyler Moore.
Oh,
I don't understand how people can be
I
that old.
removed Lindsay.
What the fuck?
In my defense, I clicked to remove Rebecca's sharing screen, and she did it at the same time, so it ended up removing you. And now you've been rebirthed back out. into the
I didn't
podcast.
touch anything, so.
Oh, here we go. All right, let's move on and do some listener feedback.
I suggest we read some listener feedback, sir.
Make it so, number one.
Emails. You tiny little emails. You precious little emails. Where are you?
How old was Patrick Stewart there?
Irene sent me an old lady in Slack.
Uh-oh.
Well, are you going to
like-
share it?
A picture
I'll
or
work on
an actual old
downloading
lady?
it. Hold on. God damn it. I don't even know how to download from Slack. I'm not an internet person. I've never
Click the
internet
download
before.
button.
Go ahead and start, Spiv, and then I'll pop this old lady out for you.
Sounds so wrong.
Oh, you might as well just wait. It's ready. Here we go. She's I don't even think that's a real person.
That's not real.
And she's only 32.
That looks like it looks like that Gimli guy from Lord of the Rings.
It looks like the
Gorbert.
Looks like a
That
Gimli
looks like
Garbler?
the BFG.
What that guy's?
Little bit,
yeah, it
yeah.
does. What's
Yeah,
the
it does.
my precious
She could
guy?
be like 110.
Golem.
Gollum.
Golem.
Gollum.
Smeagol.
Smeagol.
Yeah. This is like Smeagol's like girlfriend or something.
Mrs.
You're saying it's a
Schmeagol.
hobbit.
Yeah.
Okay. Last
Spiff.
week we checked out Ninja Silent Assassin, which was amazing.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, so Sean,
He didn't disappear though.
I know.
Oh, you gotta disappear. That's important.
She didn't disappear. Actually, I think the disappear one is is wax or whatever. Good job, Aaron.
oh, you're not wearing yellow.
Yeah, you need to be wearing different clothes.
Quick change. Sean says regarding the AAV creative unit, which Aaron and Lindsay were wondering
Yeah.
about, he found an interview where Godfrey Ho said this about what it was. He says, I don't know about them. Joseph Lai and the others were in charge of the script after 1986 because I just wanted to direct.
Huh. So nobody knows.
Nobody knows. He does say thanks again to everyone for reviewing one of his favorite bad movies.
That was
I
a lot
will
of fun.
review
Thanks
ninja
for
movies
participating.
anytime, Sean. Just Daggers, I'm a ninja. Cuts to Aaron dressed for a night out at the bondage club. I hope that becomes a running gag on the show.
Oh, he needs a gag,
Really
is what you
interesting
mean.
choice of words, Scott.
Jason Case doesn't understand why 1994's No Escape is recommended for a bad movie night podcast.
I agree, but I'm excited to watch it.
He
I
says
mean, I like No Escape.
It's an entertaining, coherent, serious movie with a well-executed, unique premise.
I think this was a decent movie too, but we didn't put any stipulations on it except for no porno.
I do think if you took most people about No Escape, they'd say, what? Like,
Yeah, it's a
they
B
wouldn't have
movie.
Remembered it. It's a B movie. It's a good B
movie.
movie.
It wasn't a theater thing because it was like Showtime or something, if I recall.
Right. But
I don't know. It's a good movie. It's a fun movie.
Okay, then.
You can't escape it, Spiv.
I guess I can't. Joe Gutierrez says 10-year-old me would like this movie. Okay, I like this movie now. So I don't know if he's saying that he's 10
No, he's saying
or he's just saying that the movie was
anyways.
awesome. And finally, not many ninja comments this week. Paul says 1,000 ninjas left you likes, comments, and Apple reviews, but you'll need to work really hard to find
Oh
them.
shit. We did get a new iTunes review, but I don't know how to pull that up.
I can get it for you.
Aaron, get it up for me.
Just give me a minute.
Put on that suit first. Can wear.
What was that?
The audio listeners
the
won't know
hell
what
was
that was.
Brrr.
I saw it. Okay. No, that's
I-
it for our comments then. So watch a movie.
Aaron,
thing,
I got
and
it.
leave us comments next week.
You got it up before me?
I got it up without you, Aaron. I didn't even need your help to get it up. Okay.
Are you sure it didn't get stuck in the back end, Chris?
It was somewhere. This is from Sarah Silas 99. The subject line is fun. This is what it says. As a longtime fan of cinematic trash fires, this podcast is a lot of fun. I appreciate the trivia, the games, and the truly terrible films. Also, the host, Chris, is the best ever and really good looking.
He totally added that.
All right, I added all that at the end, but whatever. It's assumed. I assume. But yeah. Thank you for the comment. We
Thank
loved
you,
it.
yeah.
We love the reviews. If you can do that, that helps out the show. Jamie's in there commenting now. Jamie, why are you not commenting on iTunes? Say, I don't know, something perverted or something. That's always good.
Evanescence lyrics.
Evanescence lyrics, my jam. We have one more pull of the wheel.
Oh,
And
September
Patreon
over
timber.
already?
Wow.
Wake me up, Spiv. When September ends, as the
When you go.
yeah.
Before
Are you
go,
guys ready to do the wheel, or do you need to end anything, Spiv, with this section?
I ended it while you were talking.
All right, that sounds fair.
Quality host work, Chris.
Okay, give me one
Quality.
sec. Oh shit! I got two wheels open again. How do I keep doing this?
Double wheel.
All right, there we go.
Oh, spin both of them.
We're not spinning both.
You'll
This is
create
not.
us
This
a
is
lot of
madness.
motorcycle
This is
people.
madness. All right. Give me Deadbeat by Dawn. Give me
Humanoids.
Deadbeat.
Is that a naked
Okay.
woman on the front?
Yes, it is. Hold on. Let me pull up the thing one more time, and we'll go over what all the movies are. Ah, shit. Where did I put that? Everybody just chill. Okay, I'm just look at the wheel while I pull this up. Okay.
What does that say? Dead eaten.
All right, we have Humanoids from the Deep, which is Taylor Ann's pick. We have Lone Wolf McQuade, which is Irene's. We have No Escape, which is Nick Lowry's. We've got Deadbeat by Dawn, which is Matthew Pfeiffer's. Yes. We've got Dogs Barking in the Background by Lindsay. We got Sorority Babes in the Slime Bowl-orama from Eric Reeves. And we've got Branded from Nick T. And that is it.
Doesn't look like we can go wrong here.
So here we go.
Witchcraft.
Spinning the wheel.
Oh, man.
Shitter.
Yes.
God damn it.
Sweet.
This looks cool.
Fucking
Can't go wrong with Chuck Norris.
Fucking can't. I hate Chuck Norris.
David Carradine might bring this one down. I don't know.
David Carradine brings everything down. God damn it, Chuck Norris.
Is he gonna chop at some rocks?
It was Lone Wolf McQuade. Lindsay is super happy. She's like, I got 17 copies on VHS right here. I made a pillow out of it.
Her dog brought it to her.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I feel like this was rigged. The dogs were barking when I went to hit the spinner. It doesn't seem like it. All right, let's go check out
You guys don't like this one.
I will love this movie.
Let's go check out that trailer.
The final showdown belongs to McQuade. Lone Wolf McQuade.
David Carradine looks so
granny-ish.
sober.
He's like, I borrowed this sweater from my granny. Now I'm gonna fight Chuck Norris.
Oh man, the music, the kicking and punching. This sounds fun.
Can't go wrong with kick punching.
It looks fun.
I'm not excited. I will say that.
Chuck Norris
but maybe
plays that
it'll win
Texas
me
Ranger.
over. You might not know this, but I am not a fan of David Carradine. I think he is a loser and a fraud, and he ruins movies. Although he doesn't look as drunk here, so maybe he'll be all right. It's like ever since that fucking Dune Warriors, where he's like, I'm the badass, and he just slaps an empty barrel with a flimsy sword.
with the rock farmers.
We never watched Hand of Fate 2, where he's like, I've been even more drunk than in the first one, and I'm driving more often.
That's the one where he had the puppet and he was talking. Was that
Trick or Treat?
Trick or Treat?
He was all right.
So bad. Oh.
So I'm not a big Chuck Norris fan, but I never really watched him.
He's okay.
Okay.
He's very good at the fighting.
I like Ron Marchini better. You guys know who Ron Marchini is?
Heard of him.
He's like a little guy like Chuck Norris, but he runs a lot. He looks like Tim the Toolman Taylor. He's got that going for him. So that'll be it then for Patreon Timber. But if you didn't get to participate, there's still time. Because every month we're gonna pull from there. I've said it before, but I'm saying it again. You have to be a patron. You can do that at patreon.com/badmovienightshow. Supports the show. Get you access to that. Oh, one thing I didn't say is whose movie this was. Who was this? This is Irene's. She says 1983's Lone Wolf McQuade. It has David Carradine and Chuck Norris, and Lindsay likes it, and it is on YouTube. That was her reasoning.
Well, she couldn't pick one of her normal movies.
Every other day, she sends like German pornography and shit. And she's like,
I'm the scat man.
Oh, too soon.
All right, that's it for this week's episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go to iTunes, leave us a review. If you're a patron, on Friday, which will be tomorrow night, we're doing a live movie watch along at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which will be on the Patreon. So join us for that. That'll be fun. And we will catch you next week when we talk about Lone Wolf McQuade, which she did say is fully available on YouTube, but I'm guessing on Amazon, or maybe Lindsay will let you borrow her VHS. All right, guys, this was fun. We'll catch you here next time. Goodbye.
Bad Movie Night Podcast. Podcast. hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night.